Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Fahey with you on the broadcast for Nihil Bantam Girls Wolves Cup Hockey. It is quarterfinal action today here at the Centennial Ice Rink here in Wilmette, Illinois. My camera girl for today, Rosa Manrique, doing a terrific job for us in the past as well. Here with me this morning as well, as we have not one, not two, but three Nihil games here at the Centennial Ice Rink here in Wilmette, Illinois here today. We're going to start off with the Hawks and the Vikings in our first of three quarterfinal matchups. It's win or go home for these two teams. The winner will move on to take on the number one seed in the bracket, that being the Falcons, and that will happen tomorrow back at the same place here at 10:40. But for right now, we got the Vikings and the Hawks. The Vikings come in as a 4 seed overall. They come in fourth in the Tier 1 division with 3 wins and 9 losses. And the Hawks, who were the number 1 seed in the Tier 2 division, come into this with 8 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. Vikings today in their black jerseys with white trim and white numbers, kind of like the Los Angeles Kings of the NHL, if you need that as a reference for you. And the Hawks here today are in their white jerseys with blue and red trim, kind of like the Washington Capitals, for those of you looking for an NHL reference. And looking at the rosters right now, we're going to look to the goaltenders right now. We'll start with the Vikings. In goalie, it'll be Sammy Scholes, number 31 for the Vikings. And in goal for the Hawks, it'll be number 15, Caitlin Seigel. About to jump the puck here for the face-off now at center ice. It'll be the Hawks starting this first period off going left to right, and the Vikings going right to left. We have the puck, and we have it dropped, and we have it underway. Our first game underway here at the Centennial Ice Rink in Wilmette, Illinois. Puck now controlled by the Vikings. They send it into the near boards, but the Hawks will clear that right back to the neutral ice as they look to try to work it in pass, but it's batted away by the Hawks. And now the Hawks looking to come up with it now, as it's Marisol Torado looking to dump that one in, but that one will be settled down by the Vikings around the left wing boards. Behind the net it goes. Turnover there. Not the best of passes. That one goes to the blue paint there. Not touched, though. Vikings will get it right back, and it's the captain, Madeline Hickey, to bring it up. Now the Vikings might have a 2-on-2 situation, looking to flip that one in towards the center. Cannot. Now going to the left wing boards. Rotates around, looking towards the center, and this one is Hickey, the captain for the Vikings. This one now will center around behind the back of the net. Looking for the one-timer by Hickey, and stopped there by the goalie Seigel for the Hawks. And this one will be brought out back to neutral ice. So good opening shot on goal opportunity there for the Vikings, and they send this one back in as the Vikings will go off for a change. Hawks now have it back in their own zone, and we'll bring it up now. Just under 12 minutes to go here in this first period. Still no score. Again, the winner of this will play the number 1 seeded Falcons tomorrow here at the same rink, as that one will be sticked away there, and scramble for it there, as that one was almost gloved up there by Schultz to try to ice the, or I should say just stop the puck and freeze it, but alas, she was not able to get it. Tip in there from the point there on the far side, as the Hawks now look to center it there. Quick opportunity there. Schultz went down for it, but did not get towards her, as that one was blocked by a stick, and the Vikings do clear it out. So a couple of nice opportunities so far for both teams here early on in this first period. Now it's Madeline McMaster now working into the right wing boards. She had that one cornered away, though, having trouble moving around with it. Now back to the point. Vikings flip this one back in, and this one will be covered up by Seigel. 11 minutes exactly left to go here in this first period and counting. Both teams will come off for changes, and they will have the face-off in the right wing circle in the Hawks zone. 10:55 now officially on the clock here in this first period. Face-off won there by the Hawks. They have this one now behind their own net as they look to flip this one around the boards. It'll be kept in at the blue line, though, by the Vikings. They do keep it in play into the Hawks zone. Playing out of the left wing boards, as the Hawks will come away with that one, as the Vikings are trying to center that one in front of the net. As that one will go past the blue line out to the neutral zone. And now fighting for this one with a good stick there was Marisol Torado, as she was trying to fight that one in at the blue line in the Vikings zone. Now the Vikings have it out their right wing boards, and they try to scoop this one out, and they do. The Hawks now will bring it back out and reset, as they're looking for a couple more opportunities in front of the net. This one will hit off the boards, and this one will go far enough for an icing. Still no score. 10:13 left to go here in this first period. Fans of Chicago Wolves are proud to support the Northern Illinois Hockey League and their Academic Excellence Award program. This program rewards the players in Nihil who are straight-A students in grade school and middle school, or honor roll students in high school. So face-off now in the right wing circle in the Hawks zone. This one goes back to the point, and a quick one-timer there from the blue line, and that one will be stopped away by Seigel. Now the Vikings will try to keep it in, but cannot. This is one dribbled out there. It was a rolling puck. As Toronto now will bring it up now for the Vikings and bring it into the Hawks zone. She'll flip this one in, going cross-ice with that one, but to no avail to find somebody with it. 9:49 and counting now left to go here in this first period. Still no score. Toronto will just dump that one in at the blue line and look for somebody to go in for the dump and chase. Schultz now will keep it in at the point. Flips it back in, looking for somebody to go with it to center it. And that one will be sticked away by the Hawks. Now it's Toronto at the point. Look for one time. That one's going to be blocked away by a Hawk defender. And this one will be touched, as that one is an offsides. 9:28 to go. First period. Still no score. Again, the winner of this quarterfinal matchup will take on the number 1 seeded Falcons tomorrow here at the same place, the Centennial Ice Rink here in Wilmette, Illinois. We have 2 more quarterfinal matches that will take place here today as well. So we're going to have that for you here on SportsTownChicago.com. So got a lot of hockey to do this morning and a little bit into the afternoon as well here in Wilmette, Illinois. Hawks now have it in their own zone as they look to work it around their left wing boards. And now they will work it around behind their own net. With the Vikings, again, looking for some more shot opportunities. They had a couple nice ones to start the first period, but the Hawks have been stingy defensively so far as that one's almost centered there. No stick to that one for the Vikings. They now will work it back to the point. Keeping that one in there was Alexis Mucha. And this one now will go behind the Hawks' net. Rattling around to the left wing boards. Now the Hawks will take control. Try to flip it out, but can't. And now the Vikings center it back and reset. And no change there. It looked like they were going to go, but they decided to keep their 5 out there. Turnover there at the blue line in the Viking zone, but it's just flipped in by the Hawks. And the Vikings will have it at their own net now behind it. Rattling it around to the left wing boards in the Viking zone. Hawks take control of it again. Stick there. Not much for the Hawks to work with. Now they get it back at their point. One-timer shot flipped away. And now it's Marciak trying to flip it in glove side, and she scores! Getting the goal there for the Hawks to open it up. Gabrielle Marciak gets it through to the stick side of number 31, Sammy Schultz, the goaltender for the Vikings. And we have our first goal of the morning. 1-0 now with 8:19 to go here in period number 1. So Marciak, Gabrielle Marciak, her sister is Isabel, number 17, one of the assistant captains. But Gabrielle will get the first tally here of the morning. So it's a 1-0 Hawks lead to start it off. And here come the Hawks again. Bringing it in and out of the right wing boards. And it's Abate now looking to roll it in there. And that one's going to be patted away. And another goal just like that. It was a bouncing puck that for some reason Schultz could not get a glove on. But nonetheless, it's a quick 2-0 lead for the Hawks with 8:04 to go here in the first period. So a couple goals just that quickly. And I believe a timeout is going to be called. Or no, they were not going to call a quick talk at the bench there. But a quick 2-0 lead for the Hawks just like that. As I believe getting that one was Sabrina Abate. She had the tip in there in front of the net to make it 2-0. So 2 goals by Marciak, Gabrielle Marciak, and Sabrina Abate make it 2-0 Hawks to start. So there's 8 minutes to go here in this first period. This one will be flipped away, trying to center that one, but the Vikings will clear it out. Bringing it up now will be Mitswitsky. This one's centered at the face-off at the center ice, but the Hawks will get it back and just dump it back into the right wing boards. Hawks will go off for a change as the Vikings come back in with it. Shells now will try to flip that one around, but it stays behind the net of the Vikings. And Trudeau didn't know where the puck was behind her, but the Hawks will keep it in the Viking zone. Working it around the right wing boards now is Sabrina Messina. Messina now will flip that one around towards the far point. Kept in, though, by Fiona Biondic. Trudeau now for the Vikings will try to wrap this around her own net. Try to work it around to the near wing boards. Hawks will wrap it around to the far side as well. To the Vikings to control their left wing boards. Trudeau looks to stick that one away, and that one will flip to the Vikings bench out of play. So 2 quick goals here to start for the Hawks just a few minutes ago, as we have 6:51 left to go here in this first period. 2-0 Hawks with the lead right now, as the faceoff there just outside the blue line is won by the Vikings. And the Hawks will try to take control of it at center ice. but to no avail. It's the Vikings with it. Up with it now and trying to work around it to the near point. It's going to be Claire Hickey, the assistant captain. That one is flipped in for a one-timer, just hit off the right pad there of Caitlin Seigel. Caitlin Seigel, the goaltender, and we get a whistle. And I believe that one was played up into the net, out of play. Fans, make sure to catch Chicago Wolves at home on Sunday, February 15th at 4 p.m. versus the Grand Rapids Griffins, Saturday, February 21st at 7 p.m. versus the San Antonio Rampage, and Sunday, February 22nd at 3 p.m. versus that same team, the San Antonio Rampage. Don't miss the live AHL action. For tickets or any hockey info you need, call 1-800-THE-WOLVES. Face off now just outside the blue line of the Hawks zone with 6:30 to go. As we did with the ref there, did blow his arm up for a penalty, so I believe they called that as a hooking. No apologies, I did say it was just an out of play. Nonetheless, it's a power play now for the Hawks. 5-on-4 hockey now for 1:48. 6:17 overall to go here in this first period. Vikings now will control it, trying to flip that one in there, but not to no avail. There was the captain, Madeline Hickey. Hickey now works it around behind the Hawks net, looking to center it there. Has a stick behind her, though. Good pressure by the Hawks in their own zone. Vikings working with the man advantage down, and a quick short-handed goal just like that for the assistant captain, Claire Hickey, as it was a 4-on-5 for them, but that didn't stop them, and they're back within one. It's 2-1. 5:56 to go in the first period. 1:26 left on the power play for the Hawks. So a short-handed goal, a quick strike there by Claire Hickey, and they're back within one. We have the puck drop now at the center ice as we get play back underway. Face-off won there by the Vikings, back into the Hawks zone. The puck goes now. This one will be taking control of the Vikings. Very good penalty kill so far for the Vikings, as they might have a 2-on-2 going into the Hawks zone. Bringing this one up is Dale Bennett. And they keep it in at the blue line, but to the Hawks to control now, as they now will bring it up into the Vikings zone to the right wing boards. Bringing this one up now is Kate Zanin. Katie Zanin now makes the player miss. A little ankle breaker there into the far boards, the near boards, excuse me. Zanin now looking to center this one, has that one sticked away though. Back with it now is Messina, looking to keep it in play. Puck now right in front of us here at the right wing boards. Quick play now as the Hawks look to keep it in, but it will be back into the net, behind the net of the Vikings. They look to ring this one back out. Kept in by the Hawks at the point. Quick misdirection there, and a nice calm down play there by Kayla Dane to just try to not that one be a live puck in front of her goalie. 4:50 to go, 20 seconds on the power play for the Hawks. They look to flip that one, and hits off the stick there of Schultz. Sammy Schultz sticks that one away. Back behind the net it goes for the Hawks. They look to try to center that one, but a good stick there by Morgan Kozar on the penalty kill. They try to get out. Hawks do keep it in. Hits off the left pad there, and a backhanded shot just goes behind the cage, and for Schultz to not play it. And out the far point, they do get it out, so a very good penalty kill for the Vikings as we are now back at full strength. 4:22 to go here in this first period. Day now has it behind her own net. Now trying to get it to Kozar, but Kozar blocks off the defender so she can ring it around to the near side here. As looking to go up for this one is Vivian Cronin. Cronin chasing it out of the Hawks zone, but the Hawks will keep control of it right behind their own blue line. Center ice with it now, having with the Hawks, Gabrielle Marciniak, who scored the first goal for the Hawks to get this started here this morning. As they started with that 2-0 lead, but a quick shorthanded goal for the Vikings put them back within one at 2-1. Under 4 minutes to go now here in this first period. Play now for the Hawks to just dump it into the near side. Schultz now will play it to the near wing boards in their own zone. Quick play there to keep it in play. A scrambling puck there. Almost a backhanded there. Play there by Kyra Grabe as the Vikings intercept that centering pass from behind the net. But the Hawks keep it in at the blue line and will dump it into the left wing boards, now controlled back by the Vikings. Schultz now will flip it up, but the Hawks keep it in again. Trying to go in for a one-timer there. That one just goes wide to the right wing boards in the Viking zone. Back to the point now. One-timer shot there. That one by Maura Mulligan goes wide. Now back to the left wing boards on the far side it goes. Sticks and skates fighting for one puck. Back to the far point. Hawks try to get in it again. Stick play there by Sammy Schultz. Keeps that one alive, still in play. Under 3 minutes to go now here in this first period. And that one finally cleared out there by the Vikings. A much needed clear. Some tired players for the Vikings out there. And they go off for a change. Hawks have it now behind their own net with 2:40 to go here in this first period. Now the Hawks will bring it up to neutral ice and look to dump it into the Vikings, and they do. This one goes into Schultz. She will play it, though, and not glove it for her defense to bring it up. New change for the Hawks as well, as chasing in for that one is the captain, Madeline Hickey, for the Vikings. Hawks will control behind their own net in their own zone. They're trying to flip that one out of their far wing boards, and the Vikings will corral it and reset at center ice. Going in for an inside pass there to no avail, intercepted by the Hawks, but Trudeau will get it back, trying to block that one forward, as that one again play back to neutral ice. A lot of neutral ice play here in the last few minutes for both of these teams. That one is dumped back into the Hawks zone. Vikings keep control of it in the Hawks zone into the blue point. Just a couple sticks there at the blue line. Does it stay in play? Yes, it does. Trudeau now will keep it in play to the left wing boards in the Hawks zone. Under 2 minutes to go now in this first period. Still 2-1 Hawks. As that one almost trying to center that one to the captain, Madeline Hickey, but the Hawks will take it back instead. Hickey with a nice lift of the stick there, but the Hawks nonetheless will clear it back out now. Getting that past their blue line into neutral ice to the far side. Now circling inside for this one now is Fiona Biondic, the captain for the team, and she gets taken out there as she was trying to bring that one in for a wrist shot in the middle of the zone of the Vikings. Vikings now will try to center that one back out. A couple players fall for that one, a couple blown tires there. This one falls back down to the Hawks zone for the goalie to hit off of her stick, Caitlin Seigel. And we have officially 1 minute to go here in this first period. Vikings now have it to the far wing boards, wrap it around to the near side. Look to center this one. The one-timer there by Maura Mulligan goes wide. And a wraparound attempt there hits off the stick, I believe, of Seigel, the goaltender. And the Hawks will take control and just flip it back down. And will this go far enough for an icing? Yes, it will. So 37 seconds left to go here in this first period. It's a 2-1 Hawks lead as they gave up a shorthanded goal a few minutes ago. And that's how we are at 2-1. They had two quick goals within a matter of about 2 minutes at about the halfway mark of the first period. And then about 5 minutes ago in ice time, the Vikings got a shorthanded goal to get back within one, hence how we are at 2-1. So 30 seconds to go now. Hawks control of it in their own zone. Look to flip it to the near point. Can't get it out, though, as trying to center that one out. And this one goes a little too close to the goaltender. She'll stick that one away, Seigel. Hawks now bring it up to the far side, and this one will be wrapped in, and that will go down for an icing. No stick touched the puck. So back into the Hawks zone for a faceoff we will go. With 16 seconds left here in this first period. Still a 2-1 Hawks lead. Again, the winner of this quarterfinal will play the number 1 seeded Falcons tomorrow at 10:40 a.m. So now to the right wing circle in the Hawks zone. They have the faceoff off that icing just a moment ago by the Vikings. This one will flip back out to neutral ice with just under 10 seconds to go. And a misplay there, and a quick opportunity with a few seconds left. Quick save there by Schultz, and they stick that one back out as the first period comes to an end. So pretty nifty opportunity there for the Hawks as we wound down the final seconds of this first period. And it's still a 2-1 Hawks lead as we'll begin the second period in a matter of moments. Folks, the Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and the second largest in the country. It is made up of 40 travel hockey organizations, almost all the clubs from Illinois, with a few from Indiana and Wisconsin. In this 46th season of play, the Northern Illinois Hockey League numbers 337 teams across all its playing divisions. The Nihill member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Mite, Squirt, Pee-wee, Bantam, and Midget age groups are defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. Nihill partners with the Chicago Wolves to hold the league's Wolves Cup Championship Tournament at the conclusion of each season. For more information about Nihill and its programs, please contact Dave Lubin, the Nihill president, at www.nihill.info. Back here on SportsTownChicago.com. Hope you're all having a good morning to your Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, whether you're single or you're in a relationship. Have a good Valentine's Day. Hope you're enjoying it. For some early morning hockey here at the Centennial Ice Rink here in Wilmette, Illinois, I'm Ryan Fahey with you on the broadcast. And on the camera, Rosa Manrique doing a terrific job as always. 2-1 the score in favor of the Hawks over the Vikings. The two Hawks goals were scored by Sabrina Abate and Gabrielle Marciniak, and the one lone goal for the Vikings was scored by the assistant captain, number 82, Claire Hickey. So we have 13 minutes set on the clock for the second period. These are 13-minute periods, just for those keeping score at home. And again, we have 2 more matchups later on this morning and into the afternoon as well for a little bit, as after this game it'll be the Sabres taking on the team from Glenview after this game in the second of our 3 quarterfinal matches today. And coming up at around 11:40, it'll be the Wilmette squad taking on the Yellow Jackets at around 11:40. We got a long way to go until we get to that, as we're about to begin the second period here of our first quarterfinal between the Vikings and the Hawks. Both teams have switched sides now. The Vikings will be going left to right, and the Hawks will be going right to left. Again, just to remind you, the goaltenders, Caitlin Seigel for the Hawks and Sammy Scholes for the Vikings. They've switched sides. Both teams at center ice for the faceoff, and the second period is underway. Hawks do win the faceoff back in their own zone with it. They have it, but a quick turnover there. The Vikings will keep it in play into the Hawks zone. Now to the left wing boards, they will have it. Trying to wrap it around to the net, but they stick it back around. They have it at the left wing boards, and they're kind of stuck with it there. Lots of sticks and skates. Trying to clear this one somewhere. But it does stay into the point, though. To the near point it goes. And a quick one-timer there was kind of sticked away there. Is trying to get that one for the Vikings there was Emily Fraskowitz. Now the Hawks will control now the neutral ice and bring it into the Viking zone. Gabrielle Marciniak, who scored the first goal, brings it in. Settles it down, patient with it. Stick save there by Schultz. And a quick glove save on the second bounce from Sammy Schultz, as that one kind of flicked right back to her right pad. Didn't see where that one was originally, and she covers up that one. 40 seconds have been played in the second period. 12:20 left to go here in the second period. 2-1 score in favor of the Hawks. The faceoff now in the left wing circle of the Viking zone. And the faceoff is won by the Vikings. And a quick, almost a quick clear out there by Claire Hickey, but nonetheless it stays in the zone. Joining now is Morgan Kozar. Garza looks to wrap this one out of her zone, and it does, and it goes back to center ice. Hickey looks to try to just flick that one in the Hawks zone, and it will come back to her, actually. She looks to skate this one in, turns around, looking to go to Trudeau, just a little wide on the pass there. She wasn't there to get there right away. Now back behind the Hawks net, it's Claire Hickey with it. Looks to center it back to the point, hits off the stick, and will bounce out of the blue line, out of the zone. So the Vikings go back and reset. Kozar now will have some pressure behind her, so she'll have to go back behind her own net to try to settle it down. She wraps it around now for herself, down to the far wing boards in her own zone. Up with it is Trudeau. She has that one stuck away as the Hawks control it right back. Well, back and forth players. Now it's for the Hawks. It's Madeline Zerzwick. The Vikings will have it back at it. Claire Hickey looks to center that one, but to no avail. Trying to get to her sister, Madeline, the captain. And that one will, did that did not bounce out of play. It almost did, though, to the Hawks bench, but it does stay in. So we will play on. Hawks will try to dump this one back in. A couple players collide there at the Hawks bench as they made a few changes. And almost a quick turnover there, but the Vikings do recover. Madeline Hickey now will center this one back around the neutral ice, give it off to her sister Claire. Claire Hickey now brings it into the right wing boards. She looks to center this, what she does to Trudeau, but it was a little bit of a hot pass for her to handle, so she did not get a clean shot at it and was not able to get a shot on goal there. Claire Hickey now has it around to the far boards, wrapping it around to the near side to Trudeau. Looking to center this one to no avail, though. Back to the point, though, it stays in. Kayla Dane looks to flip that one for a one-timer, sticked away by the Hawks. Stays in play, though. Trudeau with a good stick to keep it in play. She has now at the left wing boards. She does keep it in, though. Left wing circle with it now is Trudeau in the Hawks zone. Looks to center that one, but it's going to be stuck away by a Hawks defender. Hawks take control, and they get it back out to center ice. It's not almost with a breakaway opportunity there for Hannah Sawyer, but it's sticked away at the last minute by the Vikings. Going back into the Hawks zone now with it. Hawks take control. 10 minutes to go here in the second period. Still 2-1 in favor of the Hawks. Franceskowitz now will try to center this one. She does, and gets it back now to Dale Bennett. Bennett now at the left wing boards of the Hawks zone. On the far side, it's now Franceskowitz looking to center this one. And a quick play there, a scramble for it. But that one will be batted away out to neutral ice. Shells will go back for the Vikings to take control. Now the Vikings will bring it up now to the far boards. And McMaster was looking to just wait in front of the net, but nobody was there. This one's wrapped around the near boards here in front of us. As this one now will take control by Schultz. And she'll have it now in her own zone. No icing there. Icing waved off. She was back in time to get the puck. It's under 9:15 now and counting to go here in the second period. One timer there from the point by the Hawks. Went through only escape, but that was it. Centering pass there, and a quick pass saved by Schultz. That one, she really didn't see much of that one. She was just happy to be in the right place at the right time for that one. It's a good play there by the Hawks. Looking to center that one in front of the blue paint, but a save there by Sammy Schultz. Hawks now have it at the near boards in their own zone. Hawks try to keep it in. They do. Working for this one now will be Sabrina Abate, who scored the second of the two Hawks goals back in the first period. And a quick stick there, stayed in at the point. Hawks for the one-timer there. Goes wide of the net, behind the net it will go. Emily Franceskowicz now will ring it around her near boards. But that one stayed in as a couple Vikings collide with each other, and that one will be sticked away by Sammy Schultz of that one time, or by number 10 Fiona Biondic. And that one a scramble for it there at the stick side. Vikings try to clear it out, not doing much with it, and that one will be bouncing around. And another one stick play there. Has a lot of net presence by the Hawks in the last 60 seconds. Made for a couple nice opportunities there for the Hawks. But Sammy Schultz says, no, 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 not in my house. 8:12 to go here in this second period. 2-1 the score. As the faceoff now being the right wing circle of the Viking zone. And a faceoff won there by the Hawks. They look to flip that one in to no avail, though. So now that one will be wrapped around to the far end boards. Hawks now have it behind the net of the Vikings. Looking to try to make a play with that one is Gabrielle Marciniak, but it's a 2-on-1 in the boards there, so has that one sticked away. And Franceskowicz now trying to just clear that one out onto the far end. Can't do it, though. Hawks flip it back in towards the center of the Viking zone to no avail, but now they get it back. Marciniak again, Gabrielle Marciniak with a backhand stop there, as that one will be patted away by Schultz. A lot of ice time in the Viking zone here in this second period. A flipper there to the center, and a glove save by Sammy Schultz. Nicely done there. A little bit off balance as she was making that save. Still 2-1 in favor of the Hawks with 7:25 to go here in this second period. Hockey fans, Chicago Wolves are proud to support the Northern Illinois Hockey League and their Academic Excellence Award program. This program awards players in Nihil, Australia students in grade school and middle school, or honor roll students in high school. Face-off now, the left wing circle of the Viking zone. They look to clear that one back down. Still can't clear it, though. Hawks have had a lot of time in the Viking zone, and the Vikings now do clear it out. And Claire Hickey looking to race for that one to get it into the Hawks zone. She does. Her sister Madeline, the captain, keeps it in. Now back to Claire at the left wing circle. Looking to center. What a pass! What a pass in to center that one. It goes from Claire Hickey to Katie Trudeau. And Trudeau ties the game at 2. What a nice pass there from Claire Hickey. They were down 2-0, and they have fought back to tie this at 2 with 7:05 to go here in the second period. What a nice pass by Claire Hickey. That's a heck of a way to get an assist. Now it's Madeline Hickey, the captain, winning it off the faceoff. Oh, she just tripped herself over for that one, and she could have had a nice opportunity there just a second ago. Trudeau, who just got the goal, will look to center that one back. Hawks now bring it back into the Viking zone. Now play with it at the near boards, into the Vikings on that one flipped in. And out of the far end boards it will go for the Hawks to play it. Back to Madeline Hickey now. She'll look to get this one back out. She does. No icing will be called. Ref waves it off. Madeline Hickey keeps it into the Hawks. And that one's batted back in for Katie Trudeau now to have it at the far boards. Far wing boards it goes. Trudeau looks to roll this one around behind the net to Claire Hickey. Claire Hickey, who set up the beautiful pass for Trudeau to just tap that one in on the wide open net she had. Hickey now looks to center it behind Trudeau again. Working behind that. Looking to center this one there, but that one was stuck away. And back to the far end boards it goes. Kept in play now by Angie Schultz at the far point, but the Hawks get it back out. And now they got an opportunity with it. Sabrina Abate, who's already got a goal, has that one stuck away there, as that one was patted away by Schultz. Sammy Schultz there pats that one away. Back with it now at the far end boards. Claire Hickey looking to clear it out. Can't do much with it, though. Hawks now have it trying to center this one. A backhanded shot there goes over the net and back behind the net. Gabrielle Marciniak now plays it around behind the net of the Viking zone. Vikings try to wrap it around and clear it out. Hits off the ref's skate, though, and it stays in play for the Hawks in the Viking zone. Now the Vikings look to wrap this one and still can't clear it though. Good keep in there at the point by Isabel Marciniak, one of the assistant captains. And now the Vikings do clear it out. Finally goes back down, and an icing has been called. Tied up at 2 here with 5:17 to go here in this second period. Fans, make sure to catch the Chicago Wolves at home on Sunday, February 15th at 4 p.m. versus the Grand Rapids Griffins, Saturday, February 21st at 7 p.m. versus the San Antonio Rampage, and Sunday, February 22nd at 3 p.m. also against the San Antonio Rampage. Don't miss the live AHL action. For tickets or any youth hockey info you need, call 1-800-THE-WOLVES. And off that left wing faceoff, the Vikings win it and will look to get it back out now to neutral ice. And they do now. With it is Angie Schultz, the sister of the goalie Sammy. Get to some of the injuries that the Hawks have in just a moment. They're without a few players today. We'll get to that, though, when we have a whistle. The Vikings now have it at neutral ice and look to bring it back into the Hawks zone. They'll just flip that one and look to center that one. Gets into the Hawks zone. And the Hawks now will look to get it out of their zone, look to flip it out, and they do. Now it's Snyder with it now. Snyder will have that one taken away. Vikings bring it back, and we are going to have a penalty coming up against the Hawks, though. I believe there's going to be a trip call coming up in just a second, but that might not matter. Trying to flip that one in there was Emily Franceskowitz, but nonetheless, she does not get it. 6 attackers now, as now we will have the ref blow the whistle, and a power play coming up for the Vikings. As getting called there for the trip was Snyder for the Hawks. Or Sawyer, excuse me. Or no, they're not going to say there's a power. Or I believe they're just waving off the... No, Sawyer is in the penalty box. I do apologize. So she'll serve a 2-minute minor now for the trip call. She didn't appear to go to the penalty box right away, but now she did. So power play here for the Vikings, tied at 2 with 4 minutes to go here in the second period, and the Hawks just flip that one back down and ice the puck. Minute 45 left on the power play for the Vikings, 3:53 overall left in the second period. With it now to the near end boards in the Vikings zone, they look to get this one back out. Claire Hickey now with it, now to Katie Trudeau. Trudeau now will center this one, but couldn't get a clean stick to that one was Claire Hickey. She now has it now at the far point. A couple stick handles. They're looking to center this one to her sister Madeline. Madeline Hickey now to the near wing, and that one will be not flipped out. Mucha will keep it in play. And Madeline Hickey gets a backhander in play. Claire Hickey will settle it down. And we'll look to go to Katie Trudeau, but wasn't looking for the puck right away initially. Now back to Claire Hickey right in front of us here. Claire Hickey flips that one back into Trudeau. Looks to center this one now back to the point it goes. Mucha now rings it back into Trudeau towards the behind the net of the Hawks. Couple sticks play there. Goes behind the net. And Trudeau there, almost a wraparound attempt there. That one will be stuck away there by Caitlin Seigel. Back to the far point now. Vikings keep it in play. 41 seconds on the power play. Centering pass. Mucha. One flips it in and scores. What a nice play there by Alexis Mucha, as not getting enough glove on that one was Caitlin Seigel, and they were down 2-0, and now they're up 3-2. 2:48 left to go here in this second period. So a power play goal for the Vikings. They've gotten a power play goal, a shorthanded goal, and an even strength goal. So, well, the trifecta, if you will. So a 3-2 Vikings lead with 2:43 left to go here in this second period. Action really picking up here in the final minutes of this second period. Back into the Hawks zone, we have it now. And it's Franceskowitz looking to keep that one in play. Back it goes to Koza to just flip that one in, but goes wider than that. Franceskowitz looks to make a play of that towards the net. Have none of that is going for that one there is Seigel, and she'll a glove save on that one. It was a 2-0 lead for the Hawks, but for them, they have Skylar Mentz, who is out with a broken collarbone, still recovering from that, and Lexis Dorian with a broken foot, and Madeline Casto with a broken wrist. So they're without 3 very good quality players for this team, so they're a little shorthanded on the bench today because of injuries. So that's something to really keep in mind as well, as that one is out of the Hawks zone as they clear that one out as we approach the 2-minute mark here in this second period. And now for the Vikings, It's Francesco. It's looking to bring that one into the near wing. And now having this one is Isabel Marciniak looking to wrap that one and clear it out to her sister Gabrielle. And she does get it out of the blue line back to neutral ice. Play now at neutral ice for the Hawks, looking to flip that one in back, but the Vikings get it back to the Hawks now as we had a couple plays back and forth in the neutral ice area. Minute 35 to go here in the second period. 3-2 Vikings with the lead. Play now at the left wing circle in the Viking zone. And that one will stay in play to Isabel Marciniak. That one for a one-timer there was blocked there by Francesco. It's at the point. And now they have it back into the far end boards in the Viking zone. Minute 13 to go in the second period. They flip this one out back to the far point. It's Abate now. We're going to wrist one in for a one-time, and that one's going to be blocked in front by the Vikings. And it's going to be kept in by Isabel Marciniak as that one just goes over the net into the glass. Back behind the net now. Under a minute to go here in the second period. 3-2 Vikings. Play now for it. Goes back to the point, and a breakaway opportunity here for Claire Hickey. Or my apologies, it's going to be more on that one, but a nice stick save there by Caitlin Seigel, her probably best save of the morning so far. As on that breakaway, I apologize, Alexa Morrow on that breakaway, trying to go stick side against Seigel, but she does stick it away with just enough to go out to the far boards. Nice play there by the goaltender. Madeline Zerwick now will try to center that one back out. 20 seconds to go here in the second period. Madeline Hickey now, the captain, flips that one back into the Hawk zone. Now to her sister Claire. Trying to center this one. Claire Hickey hits off the top, shove it in. Claire Hickey, I don't think Seigel expected the shot there to happen. She was looking for the pass, and that'll be Claire Hickey's second goal of the morning. And just like that, it is 4-2 in favor of the Vikings. 4 unanswered goals from the Vikings here this morning. So we have about 13 seconds to go here in this second period. 4-2 Vikings, and they were down 2-0 a while back as the Hawks were in control for quite a while, but it's been all Vikings ever since. Just under 10 seconds to go now. Vikings will play it and dump it back into the Hawks zone for Madeline Hickey to take control of that. 2 seconds left, and that'll do it for the second period. So what a flurry there in the second period by the Vikings. And they have had 4 unanswered goals as we'll begin the third period shortly as they have the 4-2 lead. As you see it on the scoreboard, 4-2 in favor of the Vikings. The Vikings are on the home side of the scoreboard, Hawks as the guest. So 4 unanswered goals there for the Vikings as we'll begin the third period in a matter of moments. Folks, keep your eye on the NiHill.info website for upcoming broadcasts of Nihill Bantam games. If you're interested in sponsorship opportunities available on Nihill's Game of the Week broadcast, please contact Peter Ferrari at SportsTownChicago.com. Make sure to check out the SportsTownChicago.com website for free downloads of all previously broadcasted games. Just click on the Northern Illinois Hockey League page and follow the instructions. The Nihill Wolves Cup tournament is now being played at rinks all over the Chicagoland area. All the teams are looking for the results that will help them qualify for a spot in the Nihill Wolves Cup tournament in the championship games in Joliet over the February 20th through 22nd weekend and the weekend from February 27th through March 1st. So 2 goals scored by Claire Hickey. She just got that 4th one as we were winding down the final seconds of that second period. She has 2 goals for her team. Alexis Mucha also with a tally as well, along with Katie Trudeau. They have the 4 goals for the Vikings and the 2 goals for the Hawks as they have that 2-0 lead. Now just be virtually gone. It'll be Sabrina Abate and Gabrielle Marciniak who has credit for those 2 goals for the Hawks. About to begin the third period here, as we'll be back to where we started in the first period. It'll be the Vikings going right to left, Hawks going left to right. And it's a 4-2 Vikings lead. I'm Ryan Fahey with you on SportsTownChicago.com, and my camera gal for today, Rosa Manrique, doing a terrific job as always. And if you're interested in a career in broadcasting, you can go to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Go to beonair.com or dial 630-916-1700. Again, go to beonair.com or dial 630-916-1700. Third period now about to begin. Caitlin Seigel, the goalie for the Hawks, and Sammy Schultz, the goaltender for the Vikings. Third period underway. 13 minutes on the clock has begun. Hawks looking to get back the lead they had, as they had a 2-0 lead, and then it was all Vikings ever since. 12:45 to go now as we've just gotten the third period underway. Hawks now have it back in their own zone to reset. Now they bring it up to neutral ice, bring it up to the near side. Bringing this one up now will be Katie Zanin. She keeps it into the Viking zone, as it was a 3-on-3 that will be stuck away there by Sammy Schultz back to the glass. Vikings will now try to bring it up. Stays at the point on the far side. One timer there is going to be blocked there by Isabel Marciniak. And I actually hit her own player there. Nonetheless, Vikings get it back out. Play now back to center ice. And it's Don with it. Play now for Don again back in her own zone, I should say. Alexis Mucha now will bring it up to the far side and center ice. They clear it back out. Now for the control of it with the Hawks. Gabrielle Marciniak just dumped that one back in. But stopping that one was Kayla Don. And now it's Franceskowicz now with a couple of nice stick moves there. Bringing it into the Hawks zone in the left wing circle. Circles that one out on the boards. Looking for that one at the point. We get a whistle. And we're going to have a cross-check there, I believe. Or a hook, I should say. So power play will be coming up here with 11:33 to go here in this third period. So a power play opportunity now for the Vikings, as it'll be Sawyer going to the box for that one. So a Vikings power play once again with 11:33 to go here in the third period. They have the 4-2 lead. Left wing circle face-off in the Hawks zone, won by the Hawks. They wrap it around behind their own net to the far boards, looking to try to clear this one out. And will they get it out? Yes, they do. Vikings will reset at neutral ice. Now it's the Vikings looking to center that one to the left wing circle. Wrap it around the net now. As good pressure there by the Hawks at the back end. And it'll be Claire Hickey to wrap that one around to her sister Madeline, the captain. Madeline Hickey now, right behind the Hawks net again. Back to her sister Claire. Back to the point, now it goes. Angie Schultz for the one-timer there, and she scores! I believe that was deflected in front of the net as well. I'm not sure if that was Madeline Hickey or Claire Hickey. Nonetheless, it's a goal for the Vikings on the power play, and it's 5-2. That's 2 power play goals now for the Vikings here this morning. 5 unanswered goals here by the Vikings. The winner will take on the number 1 seeded Falcons tomorrow, right back here at the same rink at 10:40 tomorrow morning. So a 5-2 Vikings lead with 10:59 to go here in this third period. Now the Hawks will bring it up now to the Viking zone. They've allowed 5 unanswered goals. But a couple of nice stick moves there, bringing that one in, and a nice opportunity to recover there by Sammy Schultz. She got the first initial pass stop, didn't see what happened after that, but was able to get a glove on it, and play has stopped with 10:43 to go here in this third period. And the Hawks today are without Madeline Casto, Skylar Mentz, and Lexis Dorian, all due to a broken wrist, collarbone, and foot between all 3 of them respectively. So the Hawks are very short-handed here today. As that one there off the face-off there is going to be gloved up by Schultz. Again, Sammy Schultz had a couple of bodies tumble on top of her as well. So a quick shot there off the face-off in the Viking zone. And we'll have it back in the left wing circle, the Viking zone again with 10:38 to go here in this second period. Or the third period, I should say, excuse me. The face-off now won by the Vikings. And now it's Emily Franceskowicz now to wrap it around to the right wing boards. And they look to clear that one out. Can't, and now we'll go to Torado. And now it goes to Bennett. Bennett now will have that one poked back behind her, back in their own zone. They look to flip this one out. Kept it at the point, but it was a bad pass there, so that one will go back to neutral ice for the Vikings to reset. Or excuse me, the Hawks. The Hawks do reset. Look to try to get back into the Viking zone. Couple sticks play for the puck there. And this one will be brought up now by Gabrielle Marciniak, who has one of the 2 Hawks goals here this morning. She looks to try to center that one. Lost control of the puck. Didn't know where it went initially off of her skate. And now the Vikings will bring it up. Franceskowicz now centers that one, trying to bring it into the Hawks zone. Bennett looks to try to recover for her, but can't. That one's going to be flipped up now back to neutral ice for the Hawks to try to bring it into the Viking zone. They do somewhat, but Franceskowicz brings it right back out. On neutral ice play here in the last 40 seconds. As the Vikings now will clear it back to reset. As Jocelyn Hansen with it now. But she'll have that one stuck away by Sabrina Abate. And now Kayla Dane has this one out of the right wing boards. Looks to flip that one in. Abate couldn't keep it in, though, in the zone. 9:15 to go here in this third period. Dane now will try to center this one back out. Goes back in her own zone. Knows that one will stick back towards her. Hawks do keep it in. Going for the stick side play there off the shot there was Kyra Gray. Now back to the far point, hits off there, and a breakaway opportunity now for the Vikings as it's Vivian Cronin, and she had a tire blown out there, and she was kind of tripped up there a little bit. A lot of pressure there on the far end by the Hawks, so she wasn't able to get much on that one. Now it's Angie Schultz, the sister of the goalie Sammy, wraps that one out back to neutral ice. 8:36 to go here in this third period. Now back to center ice. It goes for the Hawks now to try to bring it back in. A nice move there through the skates of Angie Schultz. With it there, Sabrina Messina has that one stuck away. That one does go behind the blue line, and the Hawks do have to reset as they just made a fire wagon change just a second ago. And now it's Sabrina Messina again. Goes through a couple defenders there. Looking to center this one. Hits off of Mucha. Ooh, that hit off one of her skates there. As this one now will be wrapped around into the near wing boards. Madeline Hickey keeps it back in now. Jocelyn Hansen has that one now go back to the point for the Hawks. With it to clear is Angie Schultz. Can't do much with it though. She'll look to try to backhand that one around, and not having much with it there is Alexa Morrow either. But then she does get it out. Claire Hickey looking to go after that one. But that'll be patted away back by the Hawks with 7:42 to go here in this third period. A 5-2 Vikings lead, but it's been 5 unanswered goals by the Hawks. They had a 2-0 lead for quite a while going into the second period, and it's been 5 unanswered goals since then for the Vikings. Back behind that, now the Vikings reset. Hawks make a few changes. Now it'll be stuck away as Claire Hickey will center that one back out to neutral ice. And now it goes back to Claire Hickey there, looking to go to the near point for her sister Madeline, but she does not get there in time. Claire hustling, though, to keep it in play. Now Katie Trudeau. Toronto now at the point, looking for a misdirection there. Trudeau there, and she almost got a nice mistip there, but that one will be covered up by Caitlin Seigel. Fans of Chicago Wolves proud to support the Northern Illinois Hockey League and their Academic Excellence Award program. This program rewards players in Niagara who are straight students in grade school and middle school or honor roll students in high school. 7:08 to go in this third period. 5-2 Vikings lead. Left wing face-off in the Hawks zone will be won by the Vikings. At the point with it now is Kozar looking to just dump that one back in, but the Hawks will take that one and bring it into the Viking zone now. Up with it is Katie Zanin. Zanin goes through a couple defenders. Looking to go stick side there, but a nice save by Sammy Schultz. Where is the puck? A scramble for it there, and the ref blows the whistle. I believe he lost sight of the puck, and he did. A nice scramble opportunity there as the Hawks and Katie Zanin, and a nice shot opportunity there. Head off the right pad of Sammy Schultz. Well, face off right in front of us here now. Bade will take the face off for the Hawks. And Alexa Morrow for the Vikings. And this battle is won by Morrow. Hansen now will wrap it around her own net to the far end for the Vikings. 6:42 to go here in this third period. And a big collision there at center ice. Players are okay. Alexa Morrow looks to bring it in. Looks to go to the far side. Wrist one and it scores! 6 unanswered goals for the Vikings. And the 6th goal is scored by Alexa Morrow. 6-2 Vikings. 6:35 left in this third period. Nice play there to work it around to the right wing circle and flip one past the glove side of Caitlin Seigel. That's happened to her twice now where the puck has gotten past her glove side, as the last time it happened at the end of the second period, Claire Hickey just flipped the one on top shelf as Seigel at that moment was looking for a pass. But that one there just went over her glove side, and it's a 6-2 Vikings lead now. And I believe we are going to have a timeout by the Hawks. We do. So the Hawks call timeout with 6:35 to go here in this third period. A 6-2 Vikings lead. Fans of Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and the second largest in the country. It is made up of 40 travel hockey organizations, almost all the clubs from Illinois, with a few from Indiana and Wisconsin. In this 46th season of play, the Northern Illinois Hockey League numbers 337 teams across all its playing divisions. The Niagara member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Mite, Squirt, Pee-wee, Bantam, and Midget age groups are defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all-girls hockey divisions each season. Niagara partners with the Chicago Wolves to hold the league's Wolves Cup Championship Tournament at the conclusion of each season. For more information about Nihil and his programs, please contact David Lubin, the Nihil president, at www.nihil.info. 6:35 to go here in this third period. 6-2 Vikings with the lead. It's been 6 unanswered goals for the Vikings here this morning at the Centennial Ice Rink here in Wilmette, Illinois. I'm Ryan Fay with you on the broadcast for SportsTownChicago.com. Camera lady today, Rosa Manrique, doing a fantastic job as always. And you can hear the Viking faithful appreciative of their ladies on the ice today, as this is the first of our 3 quarterfinal matchups we will be bringing to you live here on the station today, as we have the Sabres and Glenview coming up after this one at around 10:20. Might be a little later start depending on how long our first game here will take to finish. 6-2 score nonetheless, though, as we get back to the action now in favor of the Vikings. Hawks will bring it up into the Viking zone. A quick wrister there, and a quick opportunity just like that, as the Hawks needed an answer. Well, they got one right away off the faceoff, as getting that opportunity there was Madeline Zerwick. So that is her first goal here today, and it's now 6-3. Well, Hawks needed a spark. They got one right away. 6:27 to go. It's not over just yet, folks. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in Nihil hockey in the past few seasons before. Why not have another miracle? 6-3 the score, still in favor of the Vikings. Still a very uphill battle to climb for the Hawks, but it was a nice shot there by Zerwick to get the goal. And going back in was Gabrielle Marciniak, and a little slow to get up there. She was kind of hitting to the back end boards hard, and she goes in for a misdirection there, and a nice save there off that by Sammy Scholl. So the Hawks with a little bit of a spark here in the last 30 seconds after that timeout that they just called a few moments ago. And we got 2 more quarterfinal matchups coming up after this one today. The winner of this one between the Hawks and the Vikings will play the #1 seeded Falcons tomorrow morning at 10:40, right back here at the Centennial Ice Rink here in Wilmette. So that's how the brackets favor for this matchup. You win, you move on. You lose, you're done. It's that simple. 5:55 and counting now to go here in this third period. Claire Hickey looking to bring that one back into the Hawks zone, but has that one sticked away. And she will get it back, though, and bring it into the Hawks zone. Looking for some help, though. Kind of go backhand, forehand with that one. And Katie Trudeau tried to help her out there, but couldn't get much with it, as Angie Schultz will control it back at neutral ice. Brings it back in her own zone to reset. This one will go up, and will it go down far enough for icing? Yes, it will. 5:30 left to go here in this third period. 6-3 Vikings. And the Vikings were a 4 seed coming into today, and the Hawks were a 5 seed. And the winner will play the #1 seeded Falcons, who got the bye in the quarterfinal bracket. And the game after this one is we're going to have a trip call there, I believe. That is going to be coming up as a Hawks power play, as it'll be Morgan Kozar going to the bench for 2 minutes. She will get called for the trip there, so she'll go to the penalty box and serve a 2-minute minor. So a couple things starting to go the Hawks' way here as we're winding down the final 6 minutes of this third period. 5:25 to be exact left to go. So a 2-minute penalty there by Kozar for the trip, and the Hawks now are on the power play. Vikings win the faceoff, though, in the left wing circle of their zone, as they look to flip that one out. Claire Hickey couldn't get much with it, though. Vikings settle it down, and they do clear it back out and ice the puck. Minute 46 left on the Hawks power play. 5:09 left to go in the third period. Play now with it will go to the Hawks to bring it up. Sabrina Messina with it. Back to the point. Gabrielle Marciniak, who's got a goal already, and a one-timer there was almost misdirected back in behind the glove of Sammy Scholes, but she was able to get a stick on that one. Hawks now back to the far point. Isabel Marciniak has that one now, looking to center that one, backhands that one back in. Looking to center this one deeper into the net, and almost a one-time opportunity there on the misdirection by Messina. Nice play there by the Hawks, and a good power play so far as Claire Hickey clears that one back out to center ice. 4:26 left to go in the third, 1 minute left on the Hawks power play. Far end boards on Vikings try to take control of it in their own zone, as they are down on the 5-4 advantage. Off that Kozar trip minor. Claire Hickey will clear that one back down, and the Vikings and Hawks will both go down for respective changes with 42 seconds left to go on the power play, just to be exact. 4 minutes and counting now left to go in the game. And now skating this one is Katie Zanda looking to center that one. Nobody could get a stick on that one, though. Now back to the point on the far side, Fiona Biondic. And this one will be sent out to the left wing circle into the Viking zone. Gabrielle Marciniak looks to go behind the net, looks to center that one. Couldn't get much with that one, though. 15 seconds left in their power play. Another opportunity for the Hawks. Skating this one around for that one was Hannah Sawyer. 5 seconds left. Vikings clear it down, and that will end the Hawks' power play. Both teams at full strength. 3:22 left to go here in the third period. A 6-3 Vikings lead. They had 6 unanswered goals, and then the Hawks called timeout, and then they did get a quick goal after that a few minutes ago. As the Hawks now trying to find some kind of momentum still with 3 minutes to go here, down by 3. Vikings will now try to put it back to center ice, but can't. Hawks keep it in. Sawyer now, and a quick wrister there by Gray, but it goes to no avail as that one was sticked away by Franciskowitz in front of her goaltender. Playing now at the near boards and center ice. It's Bennett for the Vikings, trying to clear that one back out. And getting it there is Katie Trudeau as the Hawks try to bring that one back in but couldn't. Katie Trudeau now skates it in out of the right wing side of the Hawks zone. Trudeau wraps it around, patient with the puck, centers this one onto the back end, and Musha couldn't get it cleanly. She'll try to wrist one in for a one-timer, couldn't though. Not much with it there, goes in somehow as that puck kind of just trickled the way into the area of Caitlin Seigel. She puts a glove on that one, and play has stopped with 2:20 to go here in the third period. And coming up after this game, it'll be the Sabres taking on Glenview in our second of 3 quarterfinal matchups here today at the Centennial Ice Rink here in Wilmette. We'll take about a 10-minute break in the action or so, and we'll come right back for the second game as well. And our third game will be Wilmette taking on the Yellow Jackets, and that puck drop for that third quarterfinal matchup is scheduled to start at around 11:40 this morning. Glad you're with us here on SportsTownChicago.com. Hope you're all having a good start to your Valentine's Day, enjoying some early morning hockey. It's one of those great 9 o'clock starts we had here. As the play now will go to Toronto behind her own net in her own zone. Under 2 minutes to go now, as Cronin will look to try to backhand that one out. Couldn't do much with it though, as Sabrina Messina kind of closed that one out. Gabrielle Marciniak trying to just flip one in from the near point with 1:40 to go. Now almost a misdirection there by Messina in front of the net, but a good stick tie up there by the Vikings allowed no chance to happen. Far point play there from Isabel Marciniak. Back it goes to her. Looks to backhand this one out to her sister Gabrielle in front. She comes back for this one to the right wing. And she's going to be canceled out there. Nicely done by Vivian Cronin. Playing out of the near boards here right in front of us. As we have about 5 players looking for the puck there. Comes back out to the point. Hawks try to get a one-timer there. Can't do much with it. That one is going to be hit with a high stick, and the ref will blow the whistle for it. 1 minute, 5 seconds left here in this third period. 6-3 Vikings. This started off as a 2-0 Hawks lead going into the second period. And then 6 unanswered goals from the Vikings. They were non-stop action from about halfway through the second period to a good chunk of this third period. And then the Hawks got a quick goal about 5 minutes ago on the game clock to get within 3. But now we're under a minute to go. Vikings now having it at the Hawks' point, looking for a one-timer that'll be misdirected, but it goes back to the boards behind the net. Claire Hickey will center that one out to the back of the net. This one will go to her sister Madeline Hickey, the captain. Going back to the point is Dane. Dane, one-timer from the near point, sticked away, and the puck scrambled for it there. Somehow gets a stick out and goes back to the left wing boards. 36 seconds now left to go. As this one will go to Madeline Hickey. Look to center this one. Trying to go for that one there was Madeline McMaster, but couldn't get a stick on the puck there as Madeline Hickey was trying to center that one. 20 seconds to go now. As the Vikings just kind of winding out the clock, as we are going to have a penalty called here in just a second. Should the Vikings touch it? Do they bother touching it? Probably not, as we only got about 6 seconds left to go. As 3 seconds left on the clock, and that will do it for this one here today. So the final score in the first quarterfinal today is the Vikings 6 and the Hawks 3. The Vikings will move on to play the Falcons tomorrow morning at 10:40, and the Hawks season has come to a close. So again, final score, Vikings 6, Hawks 3. So both teams will shake hands at center ice. And that is going to do it for the first of our 3 quarterfinals today. Final score, Vikings 6, Hawks 3. Coming up in around 10:30, we will have our second quarterfinal today between the Sabres and Glenview. The Sabres come in as a 7 seed, Glenview the 2 seed. That's coming up in about 15 minutes, so make sure you stick around for that. And we'll come back at around 10:30. Stick around. We got more Nile Hill hockey here on SportsTownChicago.com.